Welcome, dear listeners, to another chilling episode of Wicked Whispers, where the shadows come alive and nightmares whisper their secrets.
In the quiet Bavarian countryside, nestled among dense forests and sprawling fields, lies the isolated farmstead of Hinterkaifeck. What was once a peaceful homestead became the site of one of Germany's most gruesome and perplexing unsolved crimes. This is the chilling tale of the Hinterkaifeck Murders, a mystery that has haunted the region for nearly a century. In the months leading up to the murders, Andreas Gruber, the patriarch of the Gruber family, noticed strange and unsettling occurrences on the Hinterkaifeck farm. It began with the discovery of unusual footprints in the snow. The tracks led from the nearby woods to the farm but mysteriously ended without any returning prints. Despite searching the area thoroughly, Andreas found no one. Around the same time, Andreas also found a strange newspaper in his home, one that no one in the family had purchased. Disturbed, he shared his concerns with neighbors, but no one could offer any explanations. The family also heard disembodied footsteps in the attic and found doors and windows open that had been securely locked. Despite these unsettling events, life continued as usual on the farm. On the evening of March 31, 1922, the Gruber family was gathered in their home. Andreas Gruber, his wife Casilia, their widowed daughter Victoria Gabriel, and Victoria's two children Casilia and Joseph, had no idea that this night would be their last. At some point during the night, the killer or killers lured Andreas, Casilia Sr., Victoria, and little Casilia Jr. to the barn one by one. There, they were brutally murdered with a mattock, a type of pickaxe. The killer then entered the house, where he killed 2-year-old Joseph in his crib and the family maid, Maria Baumgartner, who had just started working at Hinterkaifeck that day. Days passed without any word from the Gruber family. Concerned neighbors, noticing the eerie silence and absence of activity, decided to investigate. On April 4, 1922, two neighbors ventured to Hinterkaifeck and discovered the bodies in the barn. They immediately alerted the authorities, and the local police arrived to begin their investigation. The scene was gruesome. The bodies were covered in hay, and the victims had sustained horrific head injuries. What baffled the investigators was the discovery that the animals had been fed and the house maintained after the murders, suggesting that the killer had stayed at the farm for several days. Even more perplexing, there were signs that someone had been living in the house prior to the murders, evidenced by meals eaten and fires lit in the fireplace. The police conducted a thorough investigation, interviewing numerous suspects and witnesses, but the case proved to be a challenging one. Several theories emerged, but none provided a definitive answer. One theory suggested that Victoria's husband, believed to have died in World War I, had returned and committed the murders out of jealousy and rage. However, there was no evidence to support this claim. Another theory involved Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a neighbor who had a complicated relationship with the Gruber family. Lorenz had a romantic relationship with Victoria and believed that young Joseph was his son. His odd behavior during the discovery of the bodies and inconsistent statements raised suspicion, but no concrete evidence linked him to the crime. Over the years, numerous theories and speculations have emerged. Some believe that the murders were the work of a vengeful spirit or supernatural entity, given the eerie occurrences leading up to the crime. Others speculate that a drifter or someone passing through the area committed the murders and then vanished without a trace. One particularly chilling theory involves the idea that the killer was someone close to the family, someone who knew their routines and could easily gain their trust. This theory is supported by the methodical nature of the crime and the fact that the killer remained on the farm after the murders, seemingly unafraid of being discovered. Despite extensive investigations, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. The case files are filled with dead ends and unanswered questions, leaving the fate of the Gruber family a haunting enigma. The farm itself was eventually demolished, but the memory of the murders lingers, a dark stain on the idyllic Bavarian landscape. The Hinterkaifeck murders continue to captivate and terrify those who hear the story. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human darkness. As we reflect on this tragic tale, we are left to wonder what really happened on that fateful night in 1922. As we conclude this unsettling journey into the heart of one of Germany's most notorious unsolved crimes, we are reminded of the thin veil that separates the mundane from the macabre. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain a chilling testament to the unknown and the unknowable, a mystery that continues to defy explanation. Thank you for joining us on this dark and haunting exploration. If you found this episode of Wicked Whispers intriguing, don't forget to like and subscribe.